Welcome back to NutriHub Bliss, your go-to place for advice on how to live your healthiest, most active life. As we grow older, one of the most important factors in maintaining a high quality of life is ensuring that our joints remain strong, flexible, and pain-free. Unfortunately, arthritis and joint pain become more common with age, affecting mobility and reducing the ability to perform simple daily tasks. While we often focus on exercises and supplements to relieve pain, diet plays a significant role in supporting joint health. Did you know that some fish, which many people consider healthy, may actually be harmful for your joints and overall well-being? That's right. Certain fish are high in mercury and toxins that can worsen joint inflammation, muscle weakness, and pain. The good news is that by making smarter choices in your diet, you can help protect your joint health and reduce the risks associated with arthritis. In today's video, we will highlight 5 types of fish that seniors should avoid at all costs to maintain their joint health. We'll also explain the health risks associated with these fish, particularly in relation to mercury levels and joint degeneration. But don't worry, we'll also provide healthier, safer fish alternatives that will support your mobility and overall health. If you're looking to protect your joints and prevent further damage, you won't want to miss this video. Let's dive into the 5 fish you should never eat and how choosing the right fish can make a big difference in keeping your joints strong and pain-free. Keep watching to learn more. 1. King mackerel, a mercury minefield. When it comes to joint health and arthritis management, king mackerel might seem like a tasty and nutrient-rich option. After all, it's a fatty fish that provides a good source of omega-3 fatty acids, which are known for their anti-inflammatory properties and benefits to heart and brain health. However, king mackerel is one of the worst offenders when it comes to mercury contamination, making it a fish that seniors should avoid at all costs. Why is king mackerel dangerous? The main concern with king mackerel is its high levels of mercury. As a larger, longer-living predator fish, it accumulates mercury from the smaller fish it consumes over its lifetime. Mercury is a toxic heavy metal that can build up in the body, causing significant damage to the nervous system, kidneys, and other organs. For seniors, this poses serious risks because mercury exposure is directly linked to cognitive decline, joint inflammation, and even muscle weakness. What makes mercury even more harmful for older adults is the fact that our bodies naturally become less efficient at detoxifying as we age. This means that mercury exposure can have a long-term cumulative effect, worsening arthritis symptoms such as pain, swelling, and stiffness. In addition to joint pain, mercury can interfere with muscle coordination, affecting mobility and balance, leading to an increased risk of falls and fractures. For example, Trump, a 72-year-old man, had been eating king mackerel regularly, believing it was a healthy source of protein and omega-3s. After several months of eating it, he started noticing that his knees felt increasingly stiff and swollen. He also began experiencing difficulty walking and balancing, which he initially thought was just a normal part of aging. However, after a routine visit to his doctor, Trump found out that his mercury levels were much higher than normal, likely due to his consumption of king mackerel. Once he eliminated king mackerel from his diet, his symptoms gradually improved, and his joint pain and mobility returned to a more manageable level. How to prevent mercury exposure? It's important to be aware of the fish that are high in mercury and avoid them, especially as you age. The FDA recommends that pregnant women, nursing mothers, and young children avoid eating king mackerel, and seniors should be mindful of this as well. For those who love mackerel, smaller varieties such as Atlantic mackerel are a safer choice since they contain lower mercury levels. In general, seniors should aim to consume fish that are rich in omega-3s but lower in mercury. Some excellent alternatives to king mackerel include salmon, sardines, anchovies, and trout. These options are not only much safer in terms of mercury content, but they also offer excellent benefits for joint health and heart health, without putting you at risk of mercury toxicity. How to implement it. To reduce your exposure to harmful mercury, while still enjoying the benefits of omega-3 fatty acids, opt for smaller fish like sardines and anchovies or fatty fish like salmon. These fish can easily be incorporated into your diet, whether you're preparing salads, wraps, or grilled dishes. These alternatives provide the same heart-healthy fats without the harmful effects of high-mercury fish. Making these simple swaps can help keep your joints pain-free, reduce inflammation, and improve your overall mobility. Number 2. Swordfish, a heavy metal risk. When it comes to joint health and arthritis management, many seniors are advised to include fish in their diet for the numerous health benefits it offers. Fish is an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acids, which help to reduce inflammation and support heart health. However, one fish that should be avoided at all costs is swordfish. Why is swordfish dangerous for seniors? The primary concern with swordfish is its high mercury levels. Like king mackerel, swordfish is a large predatory fish that accumulates mercury in its tissues over time. The reason for this is that swordfish feeds on smaller fish which already contain mercury, thus concentrating it in its own body. The larger the fish, the higher the mercury concentration, and swordfish is one of the largest and longest living fish on the market. For seniors, mercury poisoning is a serious concern because it can lead to neurological damage, affecting the nervous system and muscle function. The presence of mercury in the body interferes with the brain's ability to process information, which can lead to symptoms such as memory loss, numbness, and muscle weakness. This is especially dangerous for older adults who may already be at risk for cognitive decline, arthritis, and joint pain. For seniors with arthritis, consuming swordfish can further exacerbate joint inflammation and make pain more intense. Additionally, swordfish can contribute to joint stiffness, and the toxins it carries can interfere with the body's natural detoxification processes, leading to more swelling and discomfort. As mercury builds up in the body, it can damage cartilage, exacerbate joint degeneration, and contribute to chronic arthritis pain. This makes swordfish particularly harmful to anyone looking to maintain joint health and reduce arthritis pain. Take Susan, a 69-year-old woman, for example. Susan had always enjoyed grilled swordfish, believing it was a healthy choice for protein and omega-3s. Over time, she began to experience increased pain and swelling in her knees, and her range of motion became more limited. She also noticed that she was feeling more fatigued than usual, which she attributed to aging. After a visit to her healthcare provider, Susan learned that her mercury levels were elevated, likely due to her consumption of swordfish. Once she eliminated swordfish from her diet, her symptoms improved and she found that her joint mobility increased and she felt more energized. How to prevent mercury exposure from swordfish? The FDA and EPA recommend that pregnant women, young children, and seniors avoid swordfish due to its high mercury content. If you're a senior concerned about joint health, it's crucial to choose safer fish that still provide the benefits of omega-3 fatty acids without the risks associated with mercury toxicity. Opt for smaller fish like sardines, salmon, rainbow trout, and anchovies, which contain lower levels of mercury and are rich in healthy fats. These fish are perfect for those who want to enjoy the benefits of protein and omega-3s while keeping their joint health intact. Safer alternatives to swordfish. If you're looking for a fish that's rich in omega-3 fatty acids and lower in mercury, consider salmon, mackerel, sardines, or rainbow trout. These fish not only provide healthy fats for heart health, but also help to reduce inflammation, protect against joint degeneration, and support joint function. They are also much safer choices for seniors looking to protect their joint health and reduce arthritis pain. How to implement it? Adding these safer fish to your diet is easy and delicious. You can enjoy them grilled, baked, or broiled with your favorite spices. Salmon, sardines, and trout work wonderfully in salads, wraps, and sandwiches, or as a main dish paired with roasted vegetables. If you're looking for a quick snack, sardines are great on whole grain crackers or as a topping for salads. These fish will not only provide the essential omega-3 fatty acids your body needs, but they will also help keep your joints strong and pain-free. Number 3. Tilefish. A dangerous source of mercury. When it comes to eating fish for health benefits, tilefish is one of the most dangerous options for seniors, especially those concerned with joint health and arthritis. While tilefish is known for its rich flavor and high protein content, it is also notorious for having one of the highest mercury levels among commonly consumed fish. The accumulation of mercury in tilefish is primarily due to its position at the top of the food chain. These fish are long-living and eat smaller fish that have already accumulated mercury, leading to dangerous levels of this toxic substance. Why is tilefish dangerous for seniors? The risk associated with tilefish is the same as that with other large predatory fish. It contains high levels of mercury, which, when consumed in excess, can be extremely harmful to the nervous system, muscle function, and joint health. Mercury is a neurotoxin that can accumulate in the body, leading to a range of health issues, from muscle weakness and numbness to cognitive decline. For seniors, the dangers of mercury toxicity are particularly high, as older adults often experience reduced kidney function and less efficient detoxification processes. In terms of joint health, mercury exposure is a major contributor to chronic inflammation, which accelerates joint degeneration. For people suffering from arthritis, consuming tilefish regularly can worsen pain, stiffness, and swelling in the joints, particularly in areas like the knees, hips, and spine. This makes tilefish a poor choice for anyone looking to manage arthritis or protect their joint health over time. For example, George, a 71-year-old man, had been enjoying tilefish as part of his regular diet, thinking it was a healthy protein source. However, over the months, George noticed that his knee pain was worsening and his mobility was becoming increasingly limited. He attributed the pain to his age, but after a routine checkup and blood test, he was shocked to learn that his mercury levels were abnormally high. After eliminating tilefish from his diet and switching to lower mercury fish like salmon and sardines, George noticed a significant reduction in his joint pain and improved flexibility. How does mercury affect joint health? Mercury directly contributes to inflammation and oxidative stress in the body, which leads to the breakdown of cartilage and joint tissues. In cases of osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis, this accelerates the degeneration of joints and intensifies the pain and stiffness that comes with it. High mercury levels can also lead to muscle weakness, making it harder to maintain strength and coordination, both of which are essential for mobility. How to prevent mercury exposure from tilefish? The FDA and EPA strongly recommend that seniors avoid consuming tilefish due to its high mercury content. The general advice is to limit the consumption of high mercury fish and choose safer, lower mercury options instead. If you enjoy fish, it's essential to select species that are known to have lower mercury levels, such as salmon, rainbow trout, sardines, and anchovies. These fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are not only great for joint health, but also for supporting heart health and reducing inflammation. They offer the same benefits as tilefish in terms of protein content and nutrients, but without the harmful effects of mercury. Safer alternatives to tilefish. Instead of tilefish, opt for fish like salmon, sardines, or mackerel, which are high in omega-3 fatty acids that support joint health and help reduce inflammation. These options are not only lower in mercury, but also packed with nutrients that can help protect your joints and muscles from the wear and tear that often comes with aging. How to implement it? Incorporating safer fish into your diet is easy and delicious. Try grilled salmon with a side of vegetables, add sardines to a salad, or enjoy a simple fish curry using rainbow trout. You can also experiment with sardine spreads or salmon patties for a nutritious snack. These lower mercury fish are perfect for seniors who want to maintain joint health without the risks of mercury exposure. Number 4. Marlin, the mercury-laden fish. Marlin is another fish that should be avoided by seniors, particularly those concerned with maintaining healthy joints and mobility. Known for its large size and rich flavor, marlin is often seen as a desirable choice for seafood lovers. However, just like other large fish such as swordfish and king mackerel, Marlin accumulates mercury in its tissues over time, making it a high-risk option for seniors. While marlin can provide a good source of protein and omega-3 fatty acids, its mercury levels can have a significant negative impact on your joint health and overall well-being. Why should seniors avoid marlin? The main concern with marlin is that it is a predatory fish, which means it eats smaller fish that have already accumulated mercury. This mercury then gets stored in the muscle tissue of the marlin, and because of its large size and long lifespan, the mercury content can be alarmingly high. Mercury toxicity is a known cause of joint pain, inflammation, and muscle weakness, all of which can make managing arthritis or other joint conditions more challenging, especially for seniors who are already at risk for joint degeneration. For seniors, mercury exposure is particularly dangerous because it can lead to long-term neurological issues, kidney damage, and cognitive decline. In terms of joint health, mercury has been shown to increase inflammation in the joints, accelerating the degeneration of cartilage and contributing to conditions like osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis. Marlin, being so high in mercury, can worsen these symptoms and create additional difficulties for seniors who are already struggling with pain, stiffness, and limited mobility in their joints. Take Eleanor, a 65-year-old woman who had been regularly consuming grilled marlin for its rich taste and high protein content. After several months of eating marlin, Eleanor started to experience increasing joint pain in her hips and knees. She also began feeling more tired and noticed that her balance was starting to decline. Her doctor recommended a blood test, and the results revealed elevated mercury levels. After eliminating marlin from her diet and switching to lower mercury fish like salmon and sardines, Eleanor noticed a significant improvement in her joint pain and mobility, and she regained more energy throughout the day. How does mercury affect joint health? When mercury enters the body, it disrupts the immune system, causing systemic inflammation. This inflammation is one of the primary causes of joint pain, cartilage degradation, and muscle weakness. For seniors, whose bodies may already have weakened immune responses or slowed detoxification processes, the harmful effects of mercury exposure are more pronounced. It can lead to a vicious cycle, where inflammation worsens joint damage, and in turn, the pain and swelling in the joints become more intense. This makes marlin particularly problematic for anyone looking to protect their joint health as they age. How to prevent mercury exposure from marlin? The FDA and EPA both strongly advise avoiding marlin due to its high mercury content, especially for sensitive groups like seniors. It's essential to choose smaller fish that are lower on the food chain and contain much less mercury. For example, sardines, salmon, and rainbow trout are all excellent choices that are much safer for seniors. These fish not only provide healthy fats, protein, and omega-3s, but are also much lower in mercury, making them a great option for supporting joint health and overall well-being. Safer alternatives to marlin. Instead of marlin, try incorporating smaller fish like sardines, herring, and anchovies into your diet. These fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids and protein, but they contain significantly lower levels of mercury. They are great for joint health and heart health and can be used in a variety of dishes, from salads to stews to sandwiches. How to implement it? Adding safer fish like sardines and salmon to your diet is simple and delicious. You can grill, bake, or broil them with your favorite spices for a quick and healthy meal. Sardines can be used as a topping for salads, incorporated into pastas, or simply eaten as a quick snack. Salmon is perfect for a healthy dinner, whether you're preparing it grilled or baked with herbs. These fish provide the same benefits as marlin in terms of protein and omega-3s, but without the risks associated with mercury exposure. Number 5. Albacore tuna, high in mercury and fat. Albacore tuna, commonly enjoyed in sandwiches, sushi, and salads, is a popular choice for its flavor and protein content. However, while it offers some nutritional benefits, it also poses significant health risks, especially for seniors concerned about maintaining joint health and muscle strength. One of the primary concerns with albacore tuna is its high mercury levels, which can lead to mercury toxicity and exacerbate existing joint issues such as arthritis and joint inflammation. Why should seniors avoid albacore tuna? Albacore tuna is a large fish that lives longer than smaller fish, allowing it to accumulate higher amounts of mercury over time. Mercury is a toxic heavy metal that can build up in the body, and when seniors consume albacore tuna regularly, the mercury in the fish can have damaging effects on the nervous system, muscle function, and joint health. Excess mercury leads to oxidative stress, which accelerates the breakdown of joint cartilage, causing pain, swelling, and stiffness in the joints. In addition to mercury, albacore tuna also has a relatively high fat content compared to other fish, which can contribute to elevated cholesterol levels and increase the risk of heart disease. For seniors who are already at a higher risk for heart disease and joint degeneration, eating high-fat, high-mercury fish like albacore tuna can worsen these conditions. Consider Lily, a 68-year-old woman who loved tuna sandwiches and sushi. Over time, she started noticing pain and stiffness in her hips and knees, which made it harder for her to walk or stand for long periods. She also felt more fatigued and found it difficult to keep up with her regular exercise routine. After visiting her healthcare provider and undergoing a blood test, Lily found out that her mercury levels were elevated, likely due to her frequent consumption of albacore tuna. Upon reducing her intake of albacore tuna and switching to lower mercury fish like salmon and sardines, Lily's symptoms began to improve, and her joint mobility and energy levels returned to normal. How does mercury affect joint health? The mercury found in albacore tuna can increase inflammation in the joints by promoting oxidative stress, which leads to the breakdown of joint cartilage and muscle weakness. For people with arthritis, mercury can aggravate symptoms and worsen pain, stiffness, and swelling. Over time, excessive mercury exposure can also lead to cognitive decline, muscle fatigue, and balance issues, which further reduce mobility and independence. How to prevent mercury exposure from albacore tuna? If you love tuna, consider choosing light tuna instead of albacore tuna. Light tuna generally comes from smaller tuna species, such as skipjack, which are lower in mercury. The FDA and EPA recommend limiting the consumption of albacore tuna to no more than 6 ounces per week due to its high mercury content, especially for pregnant women, children, and seniors. By making smarter fish choices, you can enjoy the health benefits of tuna without the risks of mercury poisoning. Safer alternatives to albacore tuna. Salmon, sardines, anchovies, and rainbow trout are all much safer alternatives. These fish are not only lower in mercury, but are also rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for joint health and reducing inflammation. Salmon is packed with heart-healthy fats that help support joint function, reduce inflammation, and promote overall health. Sardines and anchovies are also excellent choices for seniors, as they are rich in omega-3s and calcium, supporting bone health while keeping mercury exposure low. How to implement it? To enjoy safe tuna alternatives, consider switching to canned light tuna made from skipjack or fresh salmon for a nutrient-dense meal. You can easily prepare grilled salmon, sardine salads, or rainbow trout fillets for a healthy dinner that supports both heart health and joint flexibility. These fish are low in mercury and rich in omega-3 fatty acids, providing the anti-inflammatory benefits your body needs while promoting muscle strength and joint mobility. While fish can be an excellent source of protein, omega-3 fatty acids, and essential nutrients, it's crucial for seniors to be mindful of the types of fish they consume. Mercury-laden fish, like king mackerel, swordfish, tilefish, marlin, and albacore tuna, can pose serious risks to joint health, mobility, and overall well-being, particularly as we age. These fish contain high levels of mercury, which can lead to muscle weakness, joint pain, cognitive decline, and other health problems. By making smarter fish choices, such as choosing lower mercury alternatives like salmon, sardines, and cod, seniors can continue to enjoy the benefits of protein and omega-3 fatty acids without the added risk. It's always important to consult with your healthcare provider about the best dietary choices for your specific health needs. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to NutriHub Bliss for more tips on maintaining a healthy, active lifestyle. Hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. Here's to healthy joints, a stronger body, and a more vibrant life.